Well, typically a lot of plan reviewers are still paper-based, and in order to move to a digital world, they're having to deal with a lot of scanned images and files that they're not used to dealing with. An iPlanTable makes the plan the king sheet. You're able to put it up, look at it, mark it up, share it, work from home, work in all different areas to be able for a plan reviewer to get a successful plan review done, because many times they're already barking at you to get it done. An iPlanTable helps general contractors and subcontractors very easily. In fact, many times when we do a demo, we only do a demo for a few minutes and they get it immediately. The idea of an item that is better than paper, you can zoom, you can pan, you can use all of the tools of the digital world, but you can also look at a 30 by 42 sheet in one piece. Using all of the software such as Procore, PlanGrid, Autodesk, McCormick Systems. We partner with all of them. Well, paperless is a funny term that's been around a long time, and realistically it's less paper. It's not paperless. But many times, most of the time when we put an iPlanTable in, paper usage drops about 85%. And what it does, it allows you to be able to exchange information and collaborate with everyone without having to print multiple copies. In today's environment, many times it costs $1,000 to $2,000 to print a set of documents. We love doing webinars because, again, as I stated earlier, a lot of times the table is very obvious. You just contact us at info@iPlanTables.com or call us at 888-836-2727. We can get a webinar set up and they take about 30 minutes. We like to have a superintendent, we like to have a financial person, and we like to have a project manager and an executive project manager inside the webinar so everybody gets an idea of what an iPlanTable can do for them. Well, a side monitor, when we first built our first iPlanTable back in 2010, one of our recipients, if you will, that helped us critique the unit said it needed a side monitor. We've sold over 200 units just based on the side monitor alone. The reason is it allows you to take a spec book, a plan review code book, or any manual and actually converts it to an 11 by 17 image and makes it very easy to read right while you're looking at the set of plans. Well, that's a great question, and we get it a lot, and we replace a lot of TVs on the wall. A TV is designed around a 7,000 to 9,000 hour duty cycle. Our monitors are 50,000 hour duty cycles. A duty cycle is the amount of time that the unit is designed to run. Ours are designed for 24/7, 365, 3 years continuous use. A television, even though it's 4K, also doesn't have the same dot pitch that a monitor does. And you can look at an HD or a 4K monitor and instantly tell the difference between that and a television. It's craggy and your eyes will hurt by the end of the day. iPlanTables came out of the reprographics industry where we handled a lot of the logistics for architects, engineers, contractors. But we saw a real need back around 2010 as tablets started coming on that there was no way that a 30 by 42 drawing can be reasonably looked at on a tablet, an iPad, or a Surface tablet. So we developed a table, very rough at first, very much what we call a Frankenstein, that then allowed people to come in and see and look at their documents in a different way. Now it's very obvious when you look at one, this is a much better path than paper and much better than trying to look at large documents on a tablet. We think we're there. Realistically, there's 6K and 8K and everything else coming down the pike, and we have a lot of monitor manufacturers that approach us. In the early days they did not, we approached them, but now they approach us as we're the leading designer in the country of AEC touchscreen workstations. And what we find is there isn't a whole lot coming down the road visually. We'll make sure that all of our customers are up to date when it is, but right now you really have the state-of-the-art unit in any of our units. iPlanTable really supports all softwares. We work with all Windows-based softwares. We can be Macintosh compatible, although Macintosh does not have a good touch interface by design. They really want you to buy an iPad. But it also allows you to be able to then come in with Windows 10 Pro and any browser and use all of the most popular softwares: Procore, PlanGrid, Autodesk, McCormick Systems. Any system based on any of those is compatible with an iPlanTable. Well, it's somewhat of an arbitrary question. The one we sell the most of course, is our FM ELT 55 4K, which about 85% of our sales are around that unit. If it's a smaller trailer or actually a more complicated site, you may want to go with a 49-inch to save a little room, but typically an FM ELT 55 4K is the unit to use. We build all of our stands in-house. We are the only integrator in the United States that builds our own stands, and they are designed around the construction environment. So you won't have to worry about banging it around or moving it from trailer to trailer. The very first unit we have out there is 10 years old, and given the life of them, you'll want to cost this across multiple projects, not just one. You certainly can. A lot of our cities, counties, and state governments are required to use their own PCs for security reasons, but we don't really have a dog in that fight. All we ask is a minimum requirement on a PC and that we know what the digital video connections are so we can build the proper wiring harness. There's no continuing licensing costs with an iPlanTable. Some of your softwares will have licensing costs for support, like Bluebeam and some of the others, but none of the software that comes on the table on the workstation will require an ongoing licensing fee year after year. You buy it, you own it, it's all open source. Well, we get all kinds of requirements. The cool part is most of the time is they really appreciate the fact that we're helping them in developing digital workflows that they traditionally haven't had while still improving the process. In the whole time that iPlanTables has been in existence, we've never had one returned. We get questions about service. We've had 19 service calls in 10 years. They're very durable and very rugged, and people appreciate the fact that we're helping them change the way that they do business. An iPlanTable comes with a 1-year complete warranty. Certain units come with 2-year warranties, and you can buy up to a 5-year warranty, but we'll discuss that depending upon where it's going, whether it's a job site or an office environment. The try before you buy it is really pretty straightforward. We will send you an iPlanTable. They ship by crate. They take about 30 minutes to set up. You try it for a week. If you don't like it, you just simply send it back to us and know that you've been able to see the unit. If you do like it, we offer a significant discount because it's already there, obviously, and then we don't have to bring it back into our shop. The models are available in different colors because, again, we are the only ones who manufacture our unit. The color coding is becoming quite popular to match corporate identities. Well, the first place to start is get one of our electronic catalogs. You know, unlike others, we probably have 20 different combinations designed to fit exactly the project and exactly what you need to do. The best start is an electronic catalog. Go through it, kind of mark out what you want. All of the options are listed in there, and then contact us again so that we can send you an estimate. The classroom environment has been very, very popular for iPlanTables. The people that go out into the world right now in the construction environment do not want paper. These are people that grew up without paper, if you will. So they're expecting a digital device, and then they come to find out there isn't one. So when they go out there, the classroom's able to prepare them, and in the words of one of the instructors, actually lead the firm to their digital transformation because they're already used to doing it. Well, an estimator's got a tough job. They have a lot of information to look at, they have a lot of plans to review, and they have a short time to do it in. The ability to not constantly have to pan, zoom, and scroll on every page, because remember, when you're estimating, it's not what you can see that you worry about, it's what did I miss? You have to have something that is equivalent, and in the iPlanTables, it's far superior to estimating on paper. All of the information is captured electronically, so if something happens or someone else needs to jump in on the job, they have all that information right in front of them. It's very simple. iPlanTables are all on casters. And we also have a set, you need to tell us up front, we do have a set of job site casters. So if you know that you're going to go over rocks and things like that, we have a special caster that we provide. But they can roll right into the back of a truck, a box truck, or it can go back in the crate and be moved by a forklift. All of them can be moved any of those methods. Smartboards are actually not made by Smartboard, they're made by a third party, and we get that, but they're also about 200 pounds and they're designed for the classroom environment where the needs aren't really that strong. You got to understand, at iPlanTables, we can use any monitor we want, and we can choose any of the manufacturers. We don't have to go with just one. So we choose the best of breed for whatever your project is. A television, we won't do it. We just won't do it. One of our big competitors in the job box market literally takes a big box store, $179 37-inch television, puts it behind a piece of plexiglass with a printer and calls it a data solution. It's not. They are shipped directly to you from us. They come into a crate. You'll need a cordless screwdriver and a flathead screwdriver, and 30 minutes later you'll be in business. All of our FM ELT, our Office Command Center, offer the sit-stand features, and our RJ Value Series offer sit-stand. The desktop is kind of unique in that you can sit-stand with it, but nothing moves but the monitor. Instead of moving your whole desk and making it go up and down, the tilt of the angle of the monitor by going backwards, which is opposite of what you think, actually gives you the stand capabilities. Well, typically we want you to use our try before you buy program, or you can come to a select group of trade shows that we do. Many times when you go to the World of Concrete, people like Procore and PlanGrid and Autodesk are using our units to demonstrate their software in the booth. If not, contact us about the try before you like it, and then you can have a few days to play with it and make sure that everybody on your team's on board and understands the power of an iPlanTables workstation. iPlanTables run from $7,500 to $17,000, depending upon the unit and the workstation that's chosen. Our most popular unit, the FM ELT 55 4K, runs around $13,000. Again, it depends on the model. On what comes standard is typically, like on an FM ELT, you'll have a 55 4K monitor, side monitor, computer. They're turnkey. Battery backup, Apple TV, webcams, everything you need to get started right away. In so many ways, shall we say, we're unique in that we started this. We were the first people to design a AEC touchscreen workstation, and the feedback we got from our customers is really so valuable that every one of our units typically incorporates something that somebody has asked us to do for them. We are asked constantly, who's our biggest competitor? And our biggest competitor is that you don't do anything. An iPlanTable can be used with a stylus, with your finger, or a full-size keyboard and mouse. That's a great question, and it's one of the things that people miss most is the angle of the PlanTable. When you look at something straight on the wall, your head is straight up, your keyboard's down in front of you, so you're constantly having to go up and down. That's not how you read a book. When you read a book, the comfortable angle is to tilt your head forward. Every iPlanTable allows that same alignment to be able to look at the information so that after you've looked at it all day long, you're not tired or you're not worn out by trying to look at the information. The angle is one of the key aspects of an iPlanTable.